This is RadioFire.com. Yours truly, Diamond K, in here alongside my father. How you doing, Dad?
Hey, I'm glad to be here with my son.
Yeah. How about that? Yeah. I'm a good son.
Yes.
You're a good dad.
Yeah.
All right. So, a lot of things that I want to talk about today. Mm-hmm. We have some special guests in the building that we're going to bring on momentarily. Did you get a chance to see the fight? I know this is not on the sheet. Did you get a chance to see the fight?
Yeah.
Quick. It was quick. Went to the bathroom.
Exactly.
Came back.
2:59.
Yeah. Went to the bathroom. Number one. Came back. Over.
I told you they were going to fight.
Yeah. I mean, that's not in question.
And he's going. And when he comes to Baltimore, he's going to fill it up.
Depends on where. You think he can fill the arena?
Yeah, he can put 10,000 because what's going to happen is that he's going to fight this guy in D.C. Who has the title.
See, that's smart. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. So you bring all the Bammers down here.
Right.
Chuck Brown family and them. Yeah, I got
they
you.
They will be in the house.
That's gonna be Redskins versus the Ravens. So in order for him to become a pay-per-view draw, what does he need to do?
Well, he got to keep winning, but he can do it. He can do it.
So I mean, is it about him fighting more or him beating somebody on the higher tier?
Both, because he hadn't fought in 10 months.
Right.
And so they said he's going to fight at least 3 to 4 times this year.
Right.
And that will keep him his name out there. And if he keeps knocking people out, no question.
Does he need to go up in the weight class? Because he's got 20 knockouts.
Right.
Right. So if you got 20 knockouts, that means that the guys he's fighting is they.
No, it means that they weigh the same thing. They weigh 130. You know.
Yeah.
Mayweather knows enough now to keep him right at that weight. But I know we can knock them all out. Keep going up, the power was going. He ain't gonna have no knockouts like that. So why he's only 24? So for the next 2 years, next year and a half, stay at 130 and keep knocking them out and making that money.
Yeah.
Because the power, as he goes up, it's gonna get more difficult. There's no question about it.
The contenders are going to be. I want to see him challenged. Yeah. I mean, to me, it just seems like he's been fighting guys who are not on his level. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean that's who's out there now. The guy that he was supposed to fight, that had an eye problem.
Yeah.
Would have been. He would have beat him, but it would have been. It wouldn't have ended in one round. No. And this guy that he fought was coming up really from 126. Mm-hmm. You know, to one. He never fought at 130 before. He never even felt them kind of blows before. Right. Clearly, yeah. He was.
But
no, it's some tough guys at 130. The guy that I'm saying he's gonna fight in D.C. Gary Russell Jr. weighs 130. Gary Russell Jr. only lost once, but he can't beat this boy, but because he can't take that power.
He can't beat Tank.
No, he can't take that power. And so why, if I know that the power is right here, he needs to stay right here. It's hard for him to make that weight though.
Because 130 is.
You know, he
probably walks around at probably 145.
Yeah, well, at fight time is 154.
Okay, right. That's what I'm saying. So that's his walk around weight.
That's unbelievable how you can dehydrate and hydrate like that. But hey,
yeah. Speaking of hay, the government shutdown looming. This seems like Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
Seems like we've done this show before.
Yeah.
Which we have.
Yeah.
We've done this show before.
But there's not going to be a shutdown.
Okay.
There will be a shutdown.
Why do you say that?
Because he can't handle another shutdown. They're not going to do it.
Well, I mean, he said he could shoot somebody in Central Park or something.
Right. But they're not going to do a shutdown.
No.
Guarantee Friday would not be a shutdown.
Okay.
He's going to come up with whatever he comes up with, because he's liable to come up with anything. But they're not going to shut the government down. Mm-hmm.
I hope not, because we can't. That would not be good. That would not be good.
Because he already lost that battle, 35 days for nothing, got nothing out of it, and if he did it again, the same thing would happen. He's gonna be blamed.
So what if you were doing the bargaining? What's you got to give a little and you got to take a little. You have to give up something that you don't want to do.
So what are they giving? 1.35.
Yeah, that's where they're at, right? Yeah.
So he's going to say, and then he got to talk to Hannity and them also,
which is crazy.
They already poo-pooed it, said that he's going to lose his base if he accepts this deal, but he's going to flip it, and he've already put his name and stamped on a wall that they've been rebuilding. The key is, like you had said before, he wants to put his name on all that stuff. He has already stamped, designed and made by Donald Trump on a wall that they have refurbished.
Right.
So that's he's egotistical. He just.
And what does that do for him, though? I mean, I don't see what it does.
Everybody got their own thing to turn him on.
Yeah.
That turns him on. And
it's weird.
So.
Yeah. So you say no shutdown. Now,
shutdown.
As far as they're arguing over the beds.
Over the base?
No, the beds. The beds.
Yeah. So
what is that all about?
Well, he wanted 52,000 bids.
Right.
And so they went up to 40,000, I guess, right? Because they were at 38.
Yeah. So the Democrats don't want to give them 50K beds because they
will fill them up.
Right.
They're gonna put 50,000 people in those beds.
So I don't have a problem with the beds. Mm-hmm. I think that we're just arguing over dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Whether they have beds, okay, so if they have people and they don't have anywhere to put them and they put them on the floor, then we're going to say they should be in beds. And they're going to say we would have had the beds had you gave us more beds. You know what I mean? So
but what you just said is the most important thing. You said that it's over nothing. What did you just say?
It's over beds, but and let's keep in mind, we're talking about probably cots. We're not talking about real beds anyway.
But here's the thing. Donald Trump got people talking about this wall, beds, which is all ludicrous. Yeah. You got the Russians doing, you don't know what they're doing. Yeah. You got the North Koreans, you don't know what they're doing.
Right.
He's like the guy who does the
flim flam.
Yes, and he's real good because everybody looking at this wall, and that's insignificant.
David Copperfield.
Yes, insignificant. Doesn't mean anything.
That's why I said the beds is who cares? I mean, fine, whatever. You know what I mean? They need to get the government funded. The longer that we're talking about this, you're absolutely right. The more they're doing other stuff that's not being addressed.
Exactly. Got you looking over here, and they over here working deals and everything. So this company, I like what they've been saying. They say, well, listen, he might not even be in office long enough to run in 2020.
Elizabeth Warren said that. Yeah. I mean that sounds good. And we would love for that to happen. I just don't know the probability of that. I think that the closer we get to this, the more I'm thinking that this is all a work.
Well, I say this, that when the Mueller report comes out, people are going to be disappointed.
That's what I mean. It's a work. They're working us. Yeah. Like the Mueller report is going to be less pages than what we have right here. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be more redacted than anything we ever seen. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, nothing's going to happen to Trump from that. If something happens to him, it's going to be because too many McDonald's or something like that, but it ain't going to be from this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Too many McDonald's.
Yeah. So it's gonna he's going to be at one of them, on the campaign trails, going to be like.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Clear. Bring him back. Yeah. I don't know. But there's more probability of something happening to him because of his poor health than from the Mueller report. Did you hear
anything about he just went to the doctor, had his exams the other day, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear any results?
No. Which means he's in bad shape.
Exactly.
Which means he's in bad shape. Because last year, they was like, oh, my God, it's the best thing ever. This year, nothing.
Right. And the year before that, he's going to live 200.
Right.
He'd be 200 years old.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, yeah. So that lets you know right there.
Right. Yeah. Melania needs to make sure that all of the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and all the
man, it's gonna be so
paperwork.
Let me tell you, it's gonna be so much infighting in that house.
When that happens,
yes,
the day that
between her, the other wife,
Marva Maples gonna come back like, no, I put up with it first. You. She was like, you didn't have to sleep with them. Oh my goodness. So at the end of the day, you say that we're going to get everything worked out. The government's going to be in, and so.
No, wait, I ain't saying everything's going to be worked out. I said they're not going to have a shutdown.
Okay, so you're saying continuing resolution then?
Yeah,
he's going to kick the can down the road.
Yeah, right. He going. Yeah.
What about emergency? They're going to do an emergency?
He may, but that just goes into the courts.
Yeah.
And he can tell his base that we're still working on it. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to build that wall.
I'd rather that happen, actually.
Yeah.
I'd rather that happen than anything else.
Yeah. Well, there is not going to be a shutdown. He's not going to shut the government down.
That.
Huh?
He said anything but that.
Yeah, right.
So continuing resolution would just mean a couple more weeks, and they revisit this again.
No. Well,
are they going to fund the government till September?
Yeah. I think that what he's going to do is it's going to get into the courts. He's going to it's going to go into the courts, but he's not going to shut the government down.
Okay.
Nope. You got my word.
All right. Well, that's good. Word's good over here. Mm-hmm. So let's take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about the Be More African Culture Quarterly Fitness Workshop.
Hey.
Did I get that right, or I messed it up?
You left out the last cat.
Okay, I'm sorry. So you're gonna correct me when we come on, and we'll get that straight. Okay? Stay tuned. Today's broadcast was brought to you by Vistaprint. Create powerful promotions that are easy to design and hard to miss. With Vistaprint, it's easy to customize your business cards, marketing material, corporate gifts, calendars, stationery, and more with confidence, or get real-time design help. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint to get $20 off any order of $40 or more. If you have a message to get out, you want it to be affordable, but you want it to look professional. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint for $20 off today. Today's broadcast was brought to you by Vista. Today's broadcast was brought to you by Vistaprint. Create powerful promotions that are easy to design and hard to miss. With Vistaprint, it's easy to customize your business cards, marketing material, corporate gifts, calendars, stationery, and more with confidence, or get real-time design help. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint to get $20 off any order of $40 or more. If you have a message to get out, you want it to be affordable, but you want it to look professional. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint for $20 off today. We are back here, Radio on Fire. Dad, you good?
Good.
We have guests.
Yes.
Ladies, how y'all doing?
Good. Excellent.
Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Crystal Brown.
I'm Nay. Hey.
And I'm Nika Namdi. Hey, y'all.
All right, so y'all are here to talk about an event that I evidently screwed up.
No, actually, you didn't. Remember?
Yeah, no, I want.
wanted-
Yeah,
That's what it's called. I wanted you to acknowledge that.
I just wanted you to say that. So, tell us about this event that's happening March 17th.
Okay, it's action packed. Usually we have about 3 instructors.
Three
Yeah.
instructors.
This time we have about 5 instructors. And it's we're having yoga. We're having Charles Harris. I know people refer to him as Chisel It. We're having the guy from Atlanta. He is so high. Dwight. What is his last
Dwight
name?
Holt Jr.
Hurt Jr. Yeah, he does the dance your pounds off.
with Monique. Anybody ever seen it?
Yeah. So, and then we're
Baltimore's
gonna tag team.
Baltimore's Monique.
Baltimore.
Yes,
So this is what happened to her.
Yes, this is
Yes.
what she does.
Okay.
No.
To work out.
Don't go down
Some
this
of it.
rabbit hole.
Some
Don't
of
go
it.
down this rabbit hole. With
That's her form of exercise. That's
Yes.
her form of
That's what I mean.
exercise.
Absolutely. That's what I
That is
mean.
a form of
Let's
exercise.
get back on message.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if we go, okay.
Uh-huh.
So because when she did this, the funny parts fell off too.
Wow.
So I just want to make sure that my fun that I don't, you know what I mean. So this is he caused this.
No.
She used to be funnier.
No.
Well,
A lot of people that used to be funny, not funny no more.
they just outgrow the funny, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, Martin ain't exactly funny.
Martin.
You know. Like, let's not be.
He could have smoked his away because he.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
he just
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyway, it is a quarterly fitness workshop that we do. This is like the 5th one, and it is designed
Wow,
to.
where's the 5th one?
Yeah, designed to encourage women, specifically of African descent, and expose people to African-based movement forms, or movement forms that are taught, fitness forms that are taught by African American instructors, or diaspora instructors.
Be clear.
Yep.
So this is going down where?
At the Living Well Social Center for Social and Economic Vibrancy, 235 Holiday Street, right across from City Hall.
near the farmers market where it usually is.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's a great location.
Ida B, the restaurant is right there.
Yes.
Yes,
It's on the
literally
back.
above Ida B's. We're going to be on the 3rd floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in that building. Okay.
that
Perfect.
building.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. What brought this about? It's a great thing, by the way.
It
But
was
what?
real organic.
Well,
Like-
we had all been on this, fitness journey. We were losing weight, and we were feeling good about ourselves, and we love dancing. So we all started in African dance, West African dance. That's where our base is. And Crystal and I, we were like, wow, we should really have more in Baltimore because not a lot goes on in Baltimore. A lot goes on in D.C., in New York, but not much happens in Baltimore. So we said, well, since there's no one to do that, we should do it. And we talked to Nika because she does everything. So, and, you know, it started from there. Yep. So along with the quarterly conference, we also have a challenge. And the challenge encourages healthy eating, healthy habits, being fit and active, but at your pace. You know, because we're all different. We all lose different. We all gain different. But it's an accountability group. Because we know that it can be hard if you're just by yourself. Because if I don't want to go to the gym, I'm not going to go to the gym. But if Crystal say, Janae, you got to go to the gym. I'm like, you right, I got to go to the gym. Let me put this donut down. So.
Well, let me eat this donut.
Let me go burn it off. But it was very, it was very organic.
Very, very, very organic.
Well, you know what was exciting to me when you said African movements, because I'm envisioning you, because I've seen African movements, and most African men like to see African movements.
I bet they do.
I like it. But what does a quarterly mean? So y'all just quarterly?
Yes, we just do it quarterly just because of with mothers, our work schedules, and there are other things happening in Baltimore, but nothing kind of like this, you know. So just for schedule purposes, we decided to do it on a quarterly basis, and it just works out for us. It gives us time to coordinate, organize.
Yeah, but let me tell you, I can see it growing now.
Because I can see it growing too.
I can see it growing, and just to be redundant, what's exciting? I want to see.
Come out and see the African movement. Be among your African people and see the African movement.
And take some class.
Yes.
Not just for women.
It's not just for women. That's why we have Chisel It. Chisel It is for the men. Men, we heard you, so we made it happen.
Yes, and West African dance is for the men, and so is Asa Fitness is for the men. You know, the men just get intimidated and don't want to be on the dance floor. You know, the ladies kind of outshine.
I'm sure.
And what I love about this conference is each conference we choose a different instructor. Like this time we have Dwight, but before we had belly dancing. Before we had a twerk instructor. Before we had aerobics.
That was
so fun.
I didn't think that I would have liked it as much.
I mean, I like to twerk.
I can't twerk very well, so I didn't think I was gonna like it a whole lot, and I ended up liking it. I sweat a lot, so you know. So our base, we usually have one new class every time we do the workshops, but the base of the workshop is West African dance and Asa Fitness because Asa kind of came from West African movement. So,
But this particular quarterly event is going to be based on West Africa. You don't usually have.
All of it. It's all West African.
Okay.
Every time we have a workshop, we always end with traditional West African dance. Because that's the route that we all.
Okay. Because when you said y'all did the twerking and everything, I thought
all of it is what I mean. It's
all right. Okay.
All of it. All
derived.
But now let me tell you. Let me tell you. The reason
they've been twerking since before.
Right.
The reason that I keep harping on Africa is because I've been to Africa many times, but I have never in my entire life seen African American women.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No.
So many of us in Baltimore.
That
you got to go to Jahan's class on Saturday.
Kirka
Leahy. She will definitely teach you how to do a little something.
Okay.
Yes.
I might have seen some, and they were doing it so well. I said, she got to be from Africa.
We got it.
Okay.
How can people sign up for the workshop?
Well, the first thing you can do is follow us on Instagram at BACK _BMore BMORE. And you can get all of our flyers, notices, and then you can go over to Facebook and you can search Be More. Wait 1 second.
Be More African Culture Keepers.
Yes, Be More African Culture Keepers, and that's another way that you can find us. And you can see the flyer. It gives you info about the instructors. We post videos so you know what you're looking forward to, what you'll get. We put the Cash App information down or PayPal so that you can pay and reserve your spot. Which, by the way, if you pay now, you'll save $10. You'll by paying $20, and if you pay at the door, it's $30.
And we try to keep it the fee nominal. Like, clearly, this workshop should be more than $20. Yes. And we say that with every workshop that we have because we're offering like $60. This time, it's closer to $80 worth of classes for $20 to try to get the community engaged. This is not a moneymaker by any means for us. We just like to make enough to pour into the next event. This is purely for the community to get up and move. Gotta move.
That's important.
Yeah.
I also put links to what you're saying below this video as well.
Boom.
Yeah.
Come out, join us. Let's get this work.
Yes.
I promise
Fitness
you
is
will
freedom.
love it.
Yeah.
Go look on Instagram. Go look at those videos, and once you look at those videos, I know that you're going to be the next person that sends their cash.
Yep.
I just know it.
Yep.
How long is the whole workshop?
Usually we like to keep it like at 4 hours, but this one is a little longer.
Okay.
So it's from 12:30 to 5 or 5:30.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, and we're gonna have vendors.
As you
Yeah, the
should.
vendors gonna be jumping. We always like to support. We're big on supporting Black business.
Yep.
And giving, with all that's going on, we know that we need to turn our dollar over in our community as much as possible. And there are all kinds of wonderful people. We've had Juan Nance, Healthy Juice people. We've had Dominic Nell, City Weeds. We've had Oyabemi Bird, the crocheting doula. We've had a number of different Chef Sai. We've had all kinds of vendors, and we like to big them up. Most of them are surrounding healthy eating or healthy lifestyle type of stuff. But this time we might have an expanded vendor selection T-shirt. So if you want to vend, hit us up on those pages. We love to have you. We keep our vendor fee low. It's only $30 because again, the whole idea is not about us making money. It's about us expanding our community, expanding our fitness level, expanding our access and to our traditional healing arts, but also expanding our access to each other in a way that helps our community grow and be economically vibrant.
Yep.
Hey, listen, I was impressed how you just rattled off all those vendors you had. No notes.
No, that's because it's my spoil.
Yes.
That's obvious. That's
We're talking
obvious.
about all the notes that we have here. So you got to remember.
I'm talking about when I look at the award show the other day. I want to thank Sessions. I want to thank they got.
And they talking about their
this
squad, right? And they couldn't remember.
Just like that. That's good. That's good.
Vendors, we know the vendors.
Good.
Our community is rich with a lot of talented people.
Good.
A lot of stuff to do in Baltimore.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff to do, a lot of people to support. So come on out, get this work.
Yeah, and have fun. Shoot. I have fun. You might be crawling out of there. Last time I tracked it on my my watch. I think
How much did you burn?
Almost 2,000 calories.
Okay.
And that was excluding this. That was only with 3 classes, and I barely took them because I had to keep running in and out. So come on, come have some fun.
That's a good thing.
Well,
Huh? What you say? It's a Sunday.
In fact, why don't you come DJ?
Wait a minute, it's
I like
after
to
church.
put you on the spot. I like to put you on the spot.
Now y'all know I don't go to church. Okay, it ain't about church.
Church hours, and it's early enough for you to be able to get up and go to work tomorrow. I mean, you might
Just saying.
might be a little stiff, but
Be a little sore because the next day.
Well, what kind of music? What kind of music? You say DJ?
It's Baltimore. What you mean? What kind of music? What the hell? Where? We do all kinds of stuff. We play club music in between.
I mean, that ain't the only thing I know how to do. Don't try to pigeonhole me.
Well, then you
Don't
can
pigeonhole me.
you got the Afro beat.
You can come spend some. Yeah,
I got everything. Yeah, I got everything. Yeah, we talk about that behind the scenes.
Yeah, see.
Talk about that behind the
See, you put
scenes.
Bama on Front Street on they show. Yeah, bruh.
Again, the date is what?
March 17th.
12 to 7 at the Living Well Center for Social and Economic Vibrancy, 235 Holiday Street. Again, you can find us on look up Instagram
at back_be more, and you can find us on Facebook at Be More African Culture Keepers.
Yeah, the acronym actually means something. We got each other's back. So
Okay, well, that's what's up.
I like that.
That's what's up. All right, well, definitely thank you, ladies. I know this is going to be big, and I'm looking forward to talking to you behind the scenes about it.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you. Let's take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about this presidential race that is heating up. It's hot.
No, it ain't. And I'm leaving because they mean
Today's broadcast was brought to you by Vistaprint. Create powerful promotions that are easy to design and hard to miss. With Vistaprint, it's easy to customize your business cards, marketing material, corporate gifts, calendars, stationery, and more with confidence, or get real-time design help. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint to get $20 off any order of $40 or more. If you have a message to get out, you want it to be affordable, but you want it to look professional. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint for $20 off today. Today's broadcast was brought to you by Vistaprint. Create powerful promotions that are easy to design and hard to miss. With Vistaprint, it's easy to customize your business cards, marketing material, corporate gifts, calendars, stationery, and more with confidence, or get real-time design help. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint to get $20 off any order of $40 or more. If you have a message to get out, you want it to be affordable, but you want it to look professional. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint for $20 off today.
We are back.
Yes.
Father and Son News Show. And I want to shout out the ladies just came through talking about their quarterly fitness workshop.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds very interesting. Something that is much needed.
Mm-hmm.
Much needed. Now I want to talk about this presidential race because we have two major ladies who have entered the race. And so we're going to start with Senator Amy Klobachar, who joined the race. I thought that I like the visual.
The snow?
I like the snow coming down.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was official.
Uh-huh.
Like you couldn't, it was like when Prince performed at the Super Bowl. You see that? Prince performed at the Super Bowl.
I don't remember.
And he performed Purple Rain, and during the performance, it starts raining.
Oh, yeah?
You can't beat that. Like, it was just one of those things.
Well, you know, Obama, when he announced in 2008, it was in Springfield, Illinois, and it was like 6-7 degrees. Was it snowing? I know it was cold.
Yeah, that's that bitter cold.
Mm-hmm.
So, Amy Klobuchar is of Minnesota. And so this field is crowded, this Democratic field.
Already. And it hasn't stopped yet.
And it hasn't stopped yet. Historic number of ladies. So she is a 3-term senator who they often characterize as Minnesota nice.
Well, tonight she's went on Fox.
And she's the first Democratic candidate to go on Fox.
But now she went on Fox and she went on the Bar show. He's kind of he's an actual newscaster.
Yeah.
So he's not a
So she's looking to be a foil to Trump's brash personality and often racist rhetoric. So like I said, the snow coming down in Minneapolis on Sunday, I really liked the visual of that. I thought that because let's understand this. Trump would not go out in the rain to the cemetery.
Right.
And you have this lady standing in the snowstorm, and people out there excited about her. So that he wouldn't have his bone spurs out there in that snow. Oh no! So she said that in our nation's heartland, at a time when we must heal the heart of our democracy, I stand before you as the first woman elected to the U.S. Senate from Minnesota to announce my candidacy for president of the United States. That was pretty strong. That's pretty strong. In addition to her, on the day before that, Elizabeth Warren joined the presidential race. And so she did hers, differently, but she did it. She's like she wants to do the, for the people. She's very progressive with her message and everything. So she was standing against the backdrop of the Lawrence Everett Mills site of the Bread and Roses labor strike. Now, none of you remember that. This is before your time. But it was a 1912 strike. And so it was something that helped bring about labor laws and changes like that. So she wants to do this. I'm for the people, middle America, the working man type of thing. And, it was cold out there too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wintertime.
Yes.
So what do you expect?
In Massachusetts, so yeah.
Yeah. So she is, what do you think about her first?
Well, she's going in the niche with what Bernie Sanders was, and she's just putting her slant on it, and which is better. Bernie was always mean with his. He was always mad, It's just his personality. It's just So she's a little bit more. How do they say it?
Upbeat.
Upbeat and effervescent. And
but do you like her?
No, I don't.
That was priceless.
I don't. I like her as I don't think that she'll be able to make it as. I don't think she'll make it.
She can't get the nomination?
No, I don't think she'll get it.
So she can't beat Trump either.
At this point, I don't know who.
I don't know either.
It's
wide open.
Yeah.
Before we get to the next person, I want to stay here for a minute. I have a problem with the mainstream media focusing on people's heritage and trying to zoom in on that. You know what I mean? I think that they do that to everybody except white males. They do that to women. They do it to black women. They do it to black men. But it doesn't happen to white males. Like, we don't know the background of any of them.
Right.
Except for we don't know where in Europe any of the white guys' families are from. We know that our next story, we know that her parents are from India and Jamaica. We know that. And we know this story of Elizabeth Warren said that, her family told her about Native American heritage. And what is that about?
Well, it's the same thing with the actor and on that movie Taken, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And he said the girl said that a black guy raped me, and he went out looking for a black guy. If it had been a white guy, he wouldn't have been out there looking for any random white guy.
Good point.
You know, and so it's just that's part of the evilness that they paint. They're not like us. You know, that's part of the
some subliminal thing. That
yeah.
And here's the thing: had he found a random black guy, he probably would have got his butt kicked. Because this ain't the daggone movie. Like you know, what I mean, you don't know who you finding.
But now you know where he was at. That's why he said a pub, not a club. He was in Ireland. He was in Ireland.
Well, you wasn't gonna find her. It was one at the airport when you're on your way back, to the States.
Right. He had been cooled down by the time he came to the U.S.
Which shows you how much of a punk he really is. Right. Now, had he said, I went out looking for the first guy that I saw and I was gonna punch him in the face, then I would have said, okay, you know what I mean? Because if you really was looking for a guy, it was a whole lot of random white guys around. Mm-hmm. Why did it need to be a black guy?
And then somebody brought that point up and said, if it had been a white guy, what would you have done? You know, he said, well, I would find out, is he an Irishman? Is he an Englishman? You know, what kind of white guy now? You know, but black guy is any black guy.
Yeah.
So that's the same scenario.
I say a white guy from Pigtown here in Baltimore would have kicked his ass. Mm-hmm. He's just, you know, I mean, sometimes people just get full of themselves and they forget that they bring in a stunt double and you're supposed to win at the end of this fight. He's used to having those kind of fights.
Right.
You know, I mean, he's letting the movies, letting the smooth taste fool him.
Yeah.
So, next person, of course, she's been in the race for a little while now. Mm-hmm. What does being black enough mean for Kamala Harris? Because she's getting that question.
Yeah.
Same thing that they gave to President Obama.
Right.
Is it because she's light skinned, fair skinned? Is that it?
Well, mark my words. Her attacks on her are going to be worse than Obama.
Worse than Obama?
Worse than Obama. And it's going to come from black people because they're going to get tricked.
I believe
because they got all these people on the internet saying all kind of things about her, and they're going to do Cory Booker, but especially her.
Yeah.
She's not black, you know, and so she's going to have to keep dealing with that, and people, they just believe what they read, you know, and she's going to have to deal. That's going to be her downfall. There's gonna be a big decrement to her.
She's not gonna be able to handle it right. So she, you know, to me,
she was on the Breakfast Club the other day.
Yeah.
And
did you see that interview?
I saw some of it, and then she was saying, "Hey, I'm black." You know what I mean?
Did you believe her? She sounded believable to me.
I mean, I think that she carries herself like, I mean, she has all the mannerisms. She has like a black girl. You know what I mean? She looks blacker than she does Indian. She doesn't look like Indian at all.
Right.
She looks like a light-skinned black girl.
Right.
You know?
Right. She does. You know,
and she went to Howard. I mean, that's where she went. She was born in Oakland. You can't get blacker than Oakland unless you're born in Baltimore.
She spent some time in Canada.
Yes, went to high school, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
But I think that. Her roughest point is gonna come from her. I don't know if we're her people or not, but black people.
Yeah, but I mean, President Obama was able to overcome this.
Yeah, but he came in before the onslaught of internet propaganda.
Yeah. That's true. This can really affect what people think, the internet.
Yeah, because they're going to have black people. I've seen so many ads now with black people saying, I can't stand her. She ain't black. You know, and so he'd never had that.
That's true.
You know, he had some white people saying, you know, they had some black people saying it, you know, and then she's married to a white guy. So, you know, that.
Yeah, but to me, it boils down to whether or not her policies support and help black people in this country. That to me is what black enough is.
But that's because you are a student in the political arena. Most people are not. You know, and because if we had been a student of the political arena, we would have been doing this a long time ago.
Right.
You know, demanding and saying and standing up and fighting for,
right.
You know.
Right.
But most people, you know, what a mama look like, man. She married to a white man, man. You know, that's all that So it's gonna be difficult for her.
Yeah, I prior to the last few weeks, I thought that she had this in the bag. But you're right, it's going to be tough, and the toughest stuff is going to come from black people.
Mm-hmm. Ask Martin.
Yes.
Luther King.
Yes.
His fellow preachers who was the hardest ones he had to deal with.
Yeah.
Because
they was hating on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she talked about her stance on legalizing marijuana. And she admitted that she had smoked weed before. Said she did inhale. She said she did inhale. And even though while she was running in her campaign, I'm good. Running her campaign, she was not supportive of the legalization of marijuana. In 2014, she has flipped on that. So people have a problem with that.
So you know how you deal with that with people?
Because I feel differently about that now than I used to.
I don't agree with everything. How can I agree with this? I don't agree with everything Obama said. I don't agree with everything I said.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you just said,
you used to date this girl. You broke up with her because you don't like her no more.
I used to like bikes. Now I like Cadillacs. You know what I mean?
Right. He was like, "Oh, you ain't keeping it real. Where's your BMX bike?"
You know what I mean? Then my brother said to me years ago, I had 3 kids, and he said he came to visit, and he said, "You changed, man. You ain't like you used to be." I said, I wasn't married. I ain't had 3 kids. I hope I have changed. If I had 3 kids doing what I was doing then, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You have to grow.
Yeah.
You evolve.
Yeah.
So that's how you just deal with that. When they say that kind of thing, you just deal with that. And
I mean, but see, the political advisors that she has are not going to have her do it like that. But that's the everyday talk that you need. A lot of politicians are scared of that.
But that's why Trump has been successful.
Absolutely.
Because he just talked real plain. Oh, shut up over there. Asshole, you know what I mean?
Right.
And people say, yeah, he is an asshole. You know what I mean? And they can relate to it. You know what I mean? And you go with it. You know what I mean?
But the political advisors, they'll say, they'll write in for you to say, quiet all this malarkey. That's better for you to say it that way. She was on a hip hop show, and they asked her what music she was listening to when she was in college. Okay, I think that's an easy question, right? Mm-hmm. What were you listening to when you were in college? So she said she was listening to Snoop and Tupac. I mean, that's fair. Oakland, all right? West. So now people are pulling her card on that. So she graduated college in 86. She graduated from law school in 89. Snoop came out in 92, and Tupac was in Digital Underground 91. So that doesn't match up. Those artists weren't out when she was in school. So, so some people are like, oh, well, she's lying about that. She must be lying about something else. Or my thing, she was smoking weed when she was in college. Maybe she forgot.
And listen, I don't remember who I was listening to.
Then say that.
You know what I mean?
I don't remember who I was listening to.
Whoever was popular. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I was trying to get. I was trying to. I mean, I don't know who I was. Who was you listening to in the 8th grade?
I knew you were going to say that. I was listening.
Well, see,
Yeah, I can tell you. Yeah, but see, I'm a music guy, right? So yeah. Right. Yeah, so I know everything I was listening to at the time.
Okay, if I go back,
or I would know the main things. Like, for instance, if I said, I listened to Prince all throughout school, so I could easily say Prince if I couldn't narrow it down. NWA, I could different ones.
And then too, they need to say, listen, don't hold me to this high stand. You let a man talk about he grabs women in their crotch, and that's
but those are now if she comes swinging like that, then she can win.
What was you listening to in the 6th grade? I mean, I was listening to what was that?
And turn it on an interview.
Whatever was popular. Yeah, what do black people listen to? I mean, I can't name the exact album that Gladys Knight had out. I don't know. Shit, Gladys Knight, you know.
Right.
Yeah, don't ask me. Ask me some substantive questions. Ask me who I slept with when I was in my first person. I mean, don't ask me all that silly questions.
I do know the first person I slept with.
I do too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but here's there are ways around all those things.
Yeah.
But here's where the toughest part for her, I like her.
Talk to me. I know you do.
Her record as a prosecutor. Her not holding to task some corrupt officers and taking, just prosecuting to the fullest extent of the law every black person that came in front of her. How does she get around that?
She said the other day that first of all, I would put my record against any prosecutor in America.
I heard her say that.
Match by match.
Yeah.
And then she said certain things that I would change if I had if I could have changed it. I did the best I could. You know what I mean? And when you are in a position, you do the best job you can. I'm going to bank on, and I believe her. She did the best job she could at the time when she was in the position she was in.
Right.
Trump put a full article condemning 5 black men that were innocent. Talking about they need to go to jail, be hung, need to do anything.
And never apologize.
Said Obama wasn't born in America. Never apologize. So don't come to me about little petty stuff. Come to me with some substance, or get on him. Get on the man that y'all voted into office as president. 20, 30 women said he done molested, did all kind of things to them. And they got this one man over in Fairfax who said that it was consensual, and y'all want to persecute him.
Right.
Forget all that double standing. We ain't gonna deal with that white privilege no more. We're gonna deal with American privilege.
What do you have to say to the people, the black people that are trying to hold her to these standards? Because
they brainwashed. You know what I mean? And let me tell you, a lot of it is by the Russians. A lot of these
I
articles.
Can't tell you how many Russian bots are on in the comment sections of our videos. I can see locations of where things originate from in the analytics, and a lot from Kiev. There's traffic from Russia is what I'm saying.
Right. And that's what we need to start saying. Numbers Russians doing that.
Yeah.
And then when Trump says, we're not gonna have a socialist country, and that's why we're fighting against you, because you're trying to make it a communist country. You flip it.
Yeah.
You don't want to hang around communists. Russians, China's communists. You say they're your best friends. Yeah. We don't want to be communists.
It's true.
Communists, and so just flip that stuff with him. And to me, that's going high. I'm not going low. I'm just telling the truth. It's high. Keep it high. If I'm going low, I'll be talking. It'd be worse than that. But it's that's how they have to talk. And then during the campaign, when these Democrats are he said they banking on them beating each other up. You know what I mean?
Well, it's gonna be a lot of that.
And I wouldn't be beating each other up. I wouldn't be beating them up. I'm gonna keep talking about him and the policies.
But they don't have to. They don't have, because he's the type of person, he should step back and let them take each other out. Mm-hmm. But he's going to jump in. He's going to be jumping in it too. Most presidents will stay back.
Oh yeah.
Let them destroy themselves. But they're going to be able to be unified and not get on each other as bad, because they still got him throwing punches in there too.
Right.
Which is good. I'm glad that it hasn't come to that. But we have a debate coming up this summer. Mm-hmm. And some of the people that are in it right now are not going to be in it then.
This summer?
Yeah. Are you worried? Are you worried about coffee guy, Starbucks guy?
I don't know if I'm worried about him. I'm worried about any third party because he's gonna bring in a third party. If it ain't him,
It's gonna be somebody else.
He gonna get somebody else to run. You know what I mean? To be a third party. That's the first thing the Russians are telling them. You got to get in a third party, like the Green Party.
Yeah.
They're gonna. I don't think he will be in. I don't think he'll do it. He already said that I'm not going to. If I see that I'm gonna be, a detriment in getting him in, and I'll drop out.
I mean, he said that.
Yeah, I believe him, but. We're gonna have to worry about a third party, and it may not be him, but they're gonna definitely have somebody to run.
We haven't talked about him yet, but they've been talking about Larry Hogan or somebody. They're trying to prop him up.
Yeah, I heard today one of the he's a Republican, and he's one of those Trump never Trumpers or whatever it was, and he was talking about Hogan and Shannon Brown maybe or somebody, and. Not Shannon Brown because he's a Democrat, but they were talking about Hogan. No, I think he did say. No, I think he did say Shannon Brown because he wanted a Republican and a Democrat to run together, and create all kind of havoc,
Wow.
And but it goes to show you that what has happened in this country when he got elected, people said anybody can get elected. You're right. I can grow up and be the president. They didn't feel that way with Obama, but they definitely feel that way with this man who's got in office.
Yeah.
And everybody who leaves writes a book and tells you how horrible it is. Everybody can't be lying. Everybody can't be lying.
Right.
They tell you how dysfunctional it is. And
good point.
But hey, that's what we are.
So it's definitely going to be an interesting next few months.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Have
next
you
next year?
Well, yeah.
Because next year this time they still gonna be camping.
Well, next year this time we're gonna know who. I think we're gonna know who the players are. You don't think?
We'll be down to next year this time next February. We won't. It'll still be some people in there, but will we? I'm not sure.
I think because
no, you're right. We will know who the players are.
Yeah, because we didn't have an incumbent. We didn't have an incumbent this time before.
Right, right.
But this time, I mean, you didn't know who exactly. I think Mitt Romney had not gotten as close, but it was down to a couple people.
Yeah, because you're right. Because November of this coming November, we're gonna know who the players are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think as far as the Democratic nominate, I don't think they'll have the nomination yet.
No,
I don't think they're going to get it until the following summer.
Okay.
But I think that the main people are going to be in there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As far as Cory Booker, have you softened on Cory Booker?
I like Cory Booker. In fact, he's going to be on Ratio in about 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. But no, I like Cory Booker. I really do. I like Cory Booker. I told you I heard him the other day. I like Cory Booker. He's definitely trying to take the high road. Although he said that he didn't think Obama was going to be in office either. He said I might not be running against him because he might not.
You mean Trump?
Yeah, Trump.
Yeah.
Well, I said Obama.
Yeah,
Trump.
Because I know Obama's not going to be in office.
Yeah.
So you were right though. It's funny that we talked about this immediately after, in 2016. Bernie Sanders, nah. Biden, nah. Hillary, no.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. It just those 2 years, and they just seem. It seemed we've been through so much stuff in 2 years that they seem like ancient history. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like Jimmy Carter running or something. I mean, just like what I mean.
I agree. Yeah, you're right.
That's amazing. 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And and I won't give. I wouldn't. I can't say his name. O'Rourke.
Beto.
What is it?
Beto.
Mm-hmm. He may be strong too. So I think he's gonna run. I think he's gonna throw his hat in the arena.
What about our girl down south, Atlanta?
About her. Doing what?
Well, you know, they've been trying to get her to
run for Senate.
I think she definitely should run. I think she should stay out of this race.
Yeah.
Senate definitely.
Yeah. Well, you know, it depends because she
not right now.
She really wants to be governor. I don't know how well she doesn't seem like she wants to be a part of 100.
She wants to be the one.
I want to be running things. You know.
Yeah, but you can double back and do that.
Yeah. So I don't know. She said she wants to be governor, so she might hold off.
Did she?
Yeah. And
so that means she ain't gonna do it.
But she might.
President's more enticing to her than Senate.
Yeah.
So she's gonna need about 8 years before she can be ready to do that.
Yeah, she got to be governor first.
Yeah, but if she can deliver Georgia, that would be so she would need to get that governorship first, and it would be a lot. The last thing, the person that takes out Trump, assuming that it is Trump, what quality do they need to have? Do they need to have? They need to be able to fight just as hard as him, or do they need to be a defensive?
They need to fight just as hard as him, but intelligently. Like I'm saying, you know, when he says we don't need socialists in this country, and I said we don't need communists in this country. Okay, you hang around communists. You've already told everybody that your favorite people are communists. Putin, communist China. Those are your friends. Not England, not France, not Germany. So no, we don't need people like you. You know, that's just smart.
Right.
You know, that's just intelligent. You know,
and really call out, you know, his hypocrisy.
Right, because everything he says, he forecasts everything he thinks about throwing people in jail. He needs to be in jail, and that's why he said that.
Right.
he needs to be
in jail like all of your employees.
Yes.
Everybody on your campaign in jail.
Everybody. Everybody.
Wow. Well, thank you as always. We'll be back next week.
Next week, same time, same back channel.
Absolutely.
Radio on fire.